Teepublic have finally done it. They've introduced tiers, but they've done it very differently to how Redbubble have done it, and they're being a lot more open with us. Redbubble own Teepublic, so it was just a matter of time for this to happen. What's interesting is Teepublic haven't just copied the Redbubble tier structure. They've thought of an entirely new way to piss off a lot of sellers. They sent an email out on Thursday, and I didn't see it at first because it went to my spam. I have no idea why it went to my spam, but as soon as I saw it, I started looking into it, and actually, it's not as bad as we think. I want to give you my thoughts on this move and what I think you should potentially do next. Sorry if there's noise and banging and stuff happening in the background. I have just moved into my new office, which I cannot wait to share with you. If you want to see some sort of office tour, then let me know in the comments down below. It's really, really cool here, and I'm so excited to finally have a dedicated studio for YouTube and for all the other work that I'm doing. Now, back in October of 2018, Redbubble agreed to purchase Teepublic for $41 million, but they were going to stay separate. They were each going to do their own thing like they were doing beforehand. The only difference is Redbubble was going to own them. Skipping forward all of this time, let's take a look at how Teepublic have introduced tiers to the print-on-demand market. Currently, you get $4 royalty from a sale of a t-shirt, or $2 royalty from a sale of a t-shirt if that item was on sale. Now, that isn't very much, but the reason why it's not the worst is because everyone charges the same amount. Their site is really clean, it's got good quality stuff, and because everyone makes the same amount, the prices are all the same, it's all consistent, and you don't have to worry about competition when it comes to prices. You just have to worry about competition when it comes to how good your design is. Amazon do this very successfully, so there's no reason why other people can't do it successfully as well. Let's take a look at this email. So, dear Teepublic artist, we know you're tired of emails like this now, so they do know that they're annoying a lot of people by sending this. But we need to announce some changes we're making to adapt to the rising cost of hosting and facilitating the Teepublic marketplace. Look, we were only making $4 to begin with Teepublic. How much less could we be making before this just isn't worth it for us anymore? They're saying for years they've been shouldering increased costs without passing them on to the artist, but beginning May 8, 2023, Teepublic must increase our existing service fee. Now, the service fee increase will depend on your account category, and here are the tiers. This brings us to another announcement: Artisan and Apprentice accounts. So unlike Redbubble, where they did Standard, Premium, and Pro, Teepublic have two tiers, and they've called them Artisan and Apprentice. These categories have always apparently existed on Teepublic, but now we're publicly sharing them, and they're not based on the amount of sales an account generates. This is really interesting because it doesn't matter how many sales you're getting, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be in the higher tier, which in this case is the Artisan tier. So, Artisan accounts. These accounts represent artists who design unique products most likely to interest their customers browsing the Teepublic marketplace. They may include everyone from top sellers to brand new signups just starting out. The service fee increase will be discounted for artisans, thus resulting in a smaller reduction in earnings. So for someone in Artisan, it sounds like anyone can be there. They're not being vague, and this is why I thought this announcement was so much better than Redbubble, because if you want to become, an Artisan account, you just need to create quality, unique artwork. Now, the Apprentice accounts. These accounts represent artists who are less discerning about the products they design, which are less likely to interest their customers browsing the Teepublic marketplace. For example, they may be spamming Teepublic at high volumes, exploring more automated content like vector packs or clip art, or may not have uploaded enough art to differentiate themselves. The Teepublic service fee will be higher for these accounts because of the additional cost of hosting their designs. So basically they're saying, if you are uploading tons and tons of rubbish to our website, that's costing us a lot of money, so we're going to charge you. Now, I say this in a way where it sounds like I'm annoyed, but it does make sense. This is a great way to clear up a lot of mess on Teepublic. Now, I'm not saying I agree with this. I still think a different way of doing this would have been better. maybe like an auto hide, or if it's costing them bandwidth, maybe an auto delete or something along those lines. But what I'm getting from this is it's very easy to become an Artisan account, and they don't care how many sales you get, which is brilliant. Now, how will the service fee increase affect artist earnings? So Artisan earnings, beginning May 8th, Artisan accounts will earn $4 on full priced items or $2 on discounted items. So that sounds like it was the same as it was before. Apprentice earnings, beginning June the 1st, 2023, Apprentice accounts will earn $3 on full priced and $1 for discounted sale items. Wow, that is pretty crazy. I mean, can you imagine putting all of that work in and then only getting $1? But I think what they're getting at here is they are saying people who are in the Apprentice account aren't putting that much effort in. They are just creating basic clip art designs. They are spamming the websites with as many designs as they possibly can, and there's no reason why they should get paid the same amount as someone who puts in hours and hours into a design and uploads it to the platform. So if they are genuinely able to monitor this and differentiate between people who are just uploading tons of clip art stuff to people who are uploading cool, unique stuff, then this could actually work. Now, Teepublic themselves is in the top 5 when it comes to traffic that a print-on-demand site gets. They currently get around 9 million visitors every single month. So, should you list on this site even after this new announcement that many people might be frustrated by? Well, the reason why I prefer what Teepublic have done to what Redbubble have done is there's no beating around the bush. It's very clear and concise what you need to do in order to be eligible to be in the Artisan tier. And I really like that. I like the openness and I like the transparency of this new announcement. Now, that's not to say I'm in favor of it. I still find this whole new way of doing print on demand very annoying because the margins sellers were making was already so tiny, and now it's going to be even smaller for a lot of people. And not everyone is an artist. Not everyone knows how to create really cool, unique designs. Sometimes people have to rely on clip art and text-based designs, funny memes, funny sayings, puns, manipulating a design on Canva using various elements or Figma or Photoshop or wherever. That's just what some people are able to do. Now, I don't feel it's fair that those people should be penalized because I know firsthand, I can create a crazy unique design and it'll take me a few hours and that's great. But a lot of the time, I want to save a bunch of time, and I know the text-based designs with a couple of clip art images put together, they still sell a whole bunch. But funnily enough, they still take quite a bit of time to make. You've got to think up the idea. You've got to put the right imagery together. You've got to find the right imagery. You've got to manipulate the right imagery to make it work. Now, it might not be this crazy, unique masterpiece that you've made there, but you shouldn't be penalized for doing that. And that's what I kind of find annoying. And quite frankly, I would love to actually just create my own print-on-demand marketplace for everyone. For you, for me, for everyone. I think it would be amazing. Will I do it? I don't know. It's a lot of work, but I have looked into it, and we'll see. But either way, moving forward, I haven't personally done a full review of Teepublic. I haven't looked at all of their different products and done a quality test and a customer service test, so I can't necessarily recommend them outright. What I will say is, this announcement is far better than Redbubble's, and what else I'll say is, if you want me to do a full review, a full test of the website, then let me know in the comments down below, because I am very happy to do that. I can order a whole bunch of stuff and I can get that video out for you really, really soon. Now, if you want to see how Redbubble did this kind of similar announcement and how they massively messed up and annoyed a lot of sellers, so many people are canceling their accounts, then you've got to check this video out here where I go into detail about what Redbubble did and why they did it so badly.